Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. How are you? I hope all of you fine and always under the protection of Allah Subhanahu wa taala. Amin. Oftentimes, we hear people joke that they will contract malaria when they are exposed to mosquito bites. However, what is actually mean by malaria? Malaria is an illness caused by the parasite Plasmodium, which is transferred through the bite of a female Anopheles mosquito that has been infected. Can this mosquito, which only bites during the night, can bite a malaria of infected person and become infective 7 to 14 days after the parasite has finished reproducing. Those who are infected will begin showing symptoms after 7 to 14 days. The symptoms include coldness, followed by high fever and excessive sweating, headaches, nausea, vomiting, musculature, and even diarrhea on children. This illness is highly risky, especially for toddlers and pregnant women from infants until toddlers. Malaria might cause the human system to decline and brain development to be stunted, especially during prenatal phase until toddler age. And on pregnant women, it might cause the birth of babies with low body mass, even leading to the death of the mother and baby. It all begins when an infected mosquito bites a human. This helps transfer the malarial parasite in the human body. In order to enjoy her blood meal, the female Anopheles mosquito secretes her saliva into the human bloodstream to prevent blood coagulation. It is with this secretion that the parasite gets a chance to enter the human body. Disease causing Plasmodium get transferred from mosquitoes to humans in the form of sporozoites. Sporozoites is a stage in the life cycle of Plasmodium. At this particular stage, they are capable to cause and infect the human body. And how do they do that? Once they enter the bloodstream of the humans, they eventually reach their target, that is the liver. Here, they attack the liver cells and stay inside them for quite a long time. They reproduce asexually in order to increase their number. After that, they release themselves back in the bloodstream by bursting out the liver cells. The form in which they are released into the bloodstream is known as merozoites. These merozoites now target the red blood cells, the RBCs. Now in the RBCs, the merozoite develop into a ring-like structure called tropocytes. This form can have two phases. Most of the tropocyte begin the asexual cycle to give rise to a new merozoite, and this occurs exponentially. The number of merozoites produced into large of the RBCs to contain. Hence, they are with the bursting of the RBCs, the released merozoite can now attack new RBCs and keep increasing their population exponentially. The other fate of the tropozoites is interrupting asexual cycle. With this, the tropozoites give rise to the different gametocytes, Gametocytes in simple terms are like the germ cells of Plasmodium. When a non-infected mosquito approaches the infected human for a blood meal, then this gametocyte quickly pass into the mosquito's body with the sucked blood. Now here in the mosquito's body, both male and female gametocytes, which are like the germ cells, fuse to form a zygote. That is, the fertilization of the gametocytes result in the formation and development of zygote in the mosquito's gut. From here, a structure called apophysis is developed which crosses the gut wall and reaches the salivary glands. Here the apophysis now releases several sporozoites, which are the major infective forms of the parasite ready to infect a new, healthy individual with the next blood meal. So, when this female Anopheles mosquito bites a healthy person, the sporozoites get transmitted, repeating the complete cycle and causing the infection. So, how can we prevent malaria? We can prevent malaria by sleeping under mosquito nets that has been sprayed with insecticide and by frequent use of anti-mosquito lotion. You can also install steel nets on house ventilation, decrease your activity at night, sleep with long-sleeved pajamas, and drink malaria medicine when traveling to malaria-infected areas until you return safely. KLB malaria is known as exceptional malaria phenomenon, which will prompt announcement of the phenomenon by the government, and it is advised to follow the government's direction through TV, radio, and other media. It advises to get proper medical examinations if you experience symptoms and signs of malaria. Thank you for me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.